So in this lecture we are going to study about the how do you check the optimality of a transportation problem. So there is a specific method called modified distribution method. From this method, with the help of this method, you can easily check the solution, or you can say the optimality of a solution which we get with the help of transportation problem. Once we solve the problem with the help of northwest corner method, WAM method or least cost method, we will arrive at an initial basic feasible solution. We can check the optimality of the solution with the help of this method. So let's look into detail. So first of all, what we will do, we will try to introduce this method. We will introduce the modified distribution method. I will show you some of the steps which are involved in the modified distribution method. What is the algorithm of how to solve the problem with the help of modified distribution method, and we will look into an example how to solve the problem based on the modified distribution method. So solution definitely involves how do you check the optimality. We can arrive the solution with the help of three methods, but out of those three methods, the third one, which is WAM method, Vogel's approximation method, provides the optimal solution. So what we will do, we will first arrive at the solution with the help of Vogel's approximation method, and then we will employ this method called MODI distribution, or you can say modified distribution method. So in this diagram, you can see the flow chart of modified distribution method. We will have as an input, we will have the table which is already allocated. We have the initial basic feasible solution. We arrived with the help of different methods. So what is the first step? Once we got this table, we will find out the dual variables ui and vj. Here if you see the dual variables, we will find out with the once we have arrived at the basic IBFS, initial basic feasible solution. So after finding out the dual variables by assuming the row or a column which has the maximum allocation, in that maximum allocation row or column, the ui or corresponding vj, any one u1 or u2, u3, any one of the dual variable, we will assume 0. Why? So that you can easily find out with the help of all the equations involved. We will look into an example so you can easily understand, right? After that, we will find out opportunity cost. How do you find out that? The opportunity cost of each and every unoccupied cell is equal to Cij minus the summation of the dual variable of that unoccupied cell. So once you got all the opportunity cost of unoccupied cells, what you can do, you can check the positivity. If they are all positive or greater, or you can say greater than equal to 0, the evaluated opportunity cost of occupied cells, then you have arrived at the optimal solution. If not, then what you can do, you can find out where the loop starts. What you can find out, you will find out where the largest negative value you have found out in the opportunity cost. You will select that cell, and from there what you will do, you will make the loop. There are certain conditions to make the loops. It has to be right angle only, right? And it should start from the point where there is the largest negative opportunity cost, and it should end as well in that opportunity cost cell, right? You will start with the plus minus alternate signs. Why plus and minus? Because where the plus sign is there, you will allocate the cell there, and minus, you will deduct the value from there. We will look into an example so that you can understand this, making the loop where this opportunity costs are negative, right? Once you have you have modified the allocations, you will get a new allocated cell table with the allocations, right? What you can do is, you will again find out the opportunity cost, right? If still you will get the negative values, then you have to cycle through this process. Once you arrived at all the positive values, you have arrived at the final solution, which is the optimal solution of the modified distribution method. So let's look into an example. In this example, this is the previous example we solved with the help of Vogel's approximation method, where you have 3 supply sources and 4 destination, or you can say the warehouse is given. right, and the cost is also given. And if you see here, the problem is balanced one, right, because total demand is equal to total supply. So we can carry on with the Vogel's approximation method solution. We solved it already with the help of VAM method, and we arrived at the solution of 12,075 rupees, which is the minimum transportation cost. Now again the solution is also non-degenerate because the number of allocated cell is equal to m plus n minus 1. Next, what is the next step? The next step is to find out the dual variables. If you scan here this first row, you will assume this u1 as 0. What are these dual variables? You will write row wise u1, u2, u3 and column wise v1, v2, v3 and v4. We will find out the values with the help of occupied cells only. How do you find out that? We assume the first u1 is equal to 0, where the maximum allocations are there. In this case there are 2, right? So compare these two values. 0 plus v1 is equal to 11, right? So what is the value of v1? v1 is definitely 11. Second, u1 plus v2 is equal to 13. So what is the value of v2? That is 13, and accordingly. Clear? Now here if you have found out 13 here, so 13 plus u2 is equal to 18. So what is the value of u2? That is 5. So in this way you can find out with the help of occupied cells, you can find out the value of u1. u1 already we have assumed 0. So u1, u2, u3, v1, v2, v3 and v4. Clear? Now we have found out the dual variables. What is the next step? We will find out the opportunity cost of unoccupied cell. So unoccupied cells, where are the unoccupied cells? We will start with this 17, right? So what is the formula here? Cij minus the summation of dual variables of that cell. So 17 minus 0 plus 8. So that is what we have done. 17 minus 0 plus 8, which is 9, right? What is the next available cell here? That is unoccupied cell, 14. 14 minus 0 plus 5, that is nothing but 9. Clear? So let's look into the another cell here. What is that cell? That cell is 16, right? For 16, if you see 16 minus 5 plus 11, that is coming out to be 0. So that is what we have written, 16 minus 5 plus 11, it is coming out to be 0, right? So what is the next unoccupied cell? 14. For 14, 14 minus 5 plus 8, that is 13. So 14 minus 13 is equal to 1. Next unoccupied cell is 21. 21 minus 5 plus 11. So 21 minus 5 plus 11 is equal to 5. And the last one, the last unoccupied cell, 24. 24 minus 5 plus 13, that is coming out to be 6. So if in this way we can find out for the unoccupied cell the opportunity cost, which is coming out to be all positive or 0. So that is the condition satisfied when the opportunity cost of unoccupied cell is greater than or equal to 0. We have arrived at the optimal solution. Whatever optimal solution we got with the help of Vogel's approximation method is the final solution, which we arrived at the 12,075. How did we arrive at this 12,075? We multiplied the allocations with the cost of transportation, means 200 into 11 plus 15 to 13 plus 175 into 18 and accordingly. So we got 12,075. So in this way, with the help of modified distribution method, you can easily check the optimality of a solution of a or you can say initial basic feasible solution of transportation problem. We introduced this method. How do we solve this method? We have solution with the help of northwest corner, least cost or VAM method. Out of these three methods, VAM method is the efficient method. So we tried to solve the problem with the help of VAM method. Clear? Then in the first step of modified distribution method, we found out the dual variables ui and vj, ui for rows and vj for columns. We assumed the first value of u1 as 0, right, where the allocations are maximum. Then we found out the values of dual variables. After finding the values of dual variables, we found out the opportunity cost of unoccupied cell with the help of dual variables. With the help of the formula delta ij equal to Cij minus the summation of the dual variables of that unoccupied cell. Once we got the opportunity cost, evaluated the opportunity cost, we checked if they are all positive or 0. If they are all positive or 0, then we have arrived at the optimal solution, or you can say the VAM solution is the optimal solution only. Clear? So in this way we can easily solve the problem with the help of modified distribution method. Thank you.